two titans of the CIS region.
Magical is so low and he doesn't have a Creo. But this is absolutely terrible for Navi.
Yeah, even Soneko, he's sitting here. They have the stun, and now he doesn't have level 6, so he's just sitting in the spray. They try to pull no one onto the tower, but with the Hex up, I don't think they have quite enough. Soneko, he's sitting in the acid. That right click, it's not quite enough, even with the Arcane Glaives. And Roger, he's gonna get that kill. 2 kills here for VP, and that's very big in this mid lane.
It's up the tier 1 top, so no complete free farm for Crystallize anymore.
They spent this epicenter in bottom lane, but they just weren't able to get on top of Solo. Now, finally, it looks like they are. The Purify, it's only level 2. Eventually, he should go down with that Barrow Strike from Blizzy.
All just buying... Oh,
over here, the Infest, Crystallize, he has this armlet. They pop the epicenter, they have the signs, and I think eventually this Alchemist should go down. So finding a prime kill there, and Navi, they might even be happy with that trade. They got a tower and they got the Alchemist. The surge forward, Roger has that stun, and I think they're still pursuing Blizzy with that Blink Dagger. Now they're on top of the Lion. He has the lasso, but it's not going to be able to purge off because he's already used that Heavenly Grace. The Finger of Death on top of Blizzy, as well as that Sleight of Fist. Now Solo with the Omni Knight ultimate. Crystallize, he's doing right-click damage, but Blizzy, he's right back here in this fight, doing a lot of damage. Is he able to get on top of Solo? There's another stun, it's affecting this Lifestealer. Ramses, he has this Iron Shell with the Flame God. Crystallize, he needs to leave, doesn't have the rage for another few seconds, getting very low. Xyx is on top of him, and Magical, not a lot of mana. Crystallize, they go forward onto him. He uses the rage TP. They don't have the Sleight of Fist just yet, and he is going to be able to get out by Xyx. Not as lucky with the Sleight of Fist. Searing Chains hexed up. Ramses needs one more hit, and he will get the kill.
Into silence, though. This could be very scary for VP.
Yeah, VP, it seems they are respecting the side of Navi. Blizzy, he's not going to be caught, but they do actually find the silence on the back line. They have the vision for it. No one. Do they have any dust or detection for Blizzy? He stuns himself over here, but no one's right there. He should have perhaps stayed in the sandstorm, but that's 2 quick kills, and I think that should allow them to finish the Roshan. Yeah, and they're going into the base here, right on top of Soneko, and he's going to drop to the Radiance as well as the Acid Spray. Does have buyback, but no one. He's right here in the base, and that's a range barracks. They're coming back over here with Xyx. He is Infest. He does have the lasso. Are they going to fight this from the side of Navi? No one. He's busy, focused on objectives. The Lifestealer TPing back in. Do they have any control here for no one? They're trying to push you back, but he has been able to get it. Magical. He has enough damage at least to be able to burst the Aegis. They even buy back on the Sand King for this. It looks like they want to be able to kill no one. Tries to Magical the silence on the back line because Omni Knight, he brought back into this fight. No one. Is he able to pop his stun? It doesn't really matter. Going forward on top of Magical, they don't have quite enough. Solo, he pops his ultimate, but he will probably drop to the magical damage eventually, but he's living through this. Healing up even with a Heavenly Grace. Xyx on the back line. It looks like Solo is going to be the one representative of the time, the side of VP, to eventually drop the Arcane Curse. Yeah, and now all tier 2s removed. They even pop the Glyph. I think just because they're afraid of the Storm Turret doing the zip to try and get rid of it. No one pops his Arcane, but he's just happy to stand there, tanking the damage from Crystallize. Crystallize, he didn't complete the full Deadless, and no one. He's now just focusing on the barracks. There's not quite enough damage. This Alchemist just so tanky, but meanwhile on the back line, they've got the Hex, they have the Global Silence, and they are going to be able to take down the Batrider. It looks like he went for the initiation. Magical with his BKB wants on Roger, but they put the Lincoln Sphere on top of him as well. Magical, this isn't the 10-second BKB, so it's lasting once. Blizzy comes in with a Barrow Strike Epicenter, but it's just not enough damage. They have the Hex, the vacuum back of the wall. Magical, he has no mana remaining, and they call GG in the middle of the fight, just as they're losing their heroes. Crystallize, he hasn't died once this entire game, but does it really matter? Game number 1, Virtus Pro, looking very strong on the back of no one's Alchemist. So they wouldn't have been able to do it successfully, but they roll forward. There are 3 of them here, and Ramsey's taking so much damage from this double Iron Shell, as well as the Thunder Strike, and a nice gank by the side of Navi.
Because Magical does have the level 2 Flame Guard, he can push
Solo
one remnant.
In this top lane, pops his stick, pops the heal, but we do finally see the Iron Shell paying off. Pasha is still pursuing though. He doesn't have a defensive remnant down yet, but does that really matter? They have the vision for him now. They don't quite have the lasso. The Slice Fist and the Searing Chains will save the life of Magical. I think they're tempted to dive this tower, but they're all TPing back in for this. The Magical, he doesn't have the Searing Chain, so he can't set up for the kill. But the Song, it's onto 2 of them, and they're focusing who they want. They really want this Storm Turret. Xyx, no, they have the Static Storm, so they don't even need the silence from the Storm Turret. Do they have enough damage over here with the Searing Chains and the Slice Fist? Yes, they do. And the Naga Siren, he is going for Pasha with that vacuum back. Doesn't have the ensnare, but it doesn't really matter. It's a nice double kill for Magical. Great rotations there by the side of Navi. Yeah, the Batrider is bottom, but obviously does have those boots to travel. So if a big fight does erupt, and it looks like the kill they want is going to be solo. Are they going to look to turn this around for the side of VP? There's Roger holding onto the Fisher. They get the Gust. It actually doesn't connect on the top of the Ember Spirit. And now they're on top of the Drow. It's the Fisher. It does stop them. They have the Magnetize now magical. He's on top of Ramses, but the Storm Spirit, they get started on top of him as well. They have the lasso. It's a big Echo Slam. Is it going to be enough? They have the Static Storm. They do lose the Ember Spirit. They've taken down the Drow in return. The Magnetize, it's doing a lot of work. Nagasar Crystallize has returned to the fight. They've lost the Drow. That's a big kill, but they're going to lose a lot more. Now Crystallize just trying to get out with this song and is gonna be able to walk away to safety.
Yeah, Magical doesn't really want to go without the Flame Guard and like 500
Oh,
HP.
Crystallize, maybe he's been found by the side of VP. They initiate instantaneously with the lasso. They'll have the Silence follow up. They have the Fisher Echo Slam. They don't even need to use it. Xyx, he's the next hit. They're hitting him. He's getting very low. They pop down the wall, but does it really matter? There should be more than enough damage to be able to take down Xyx. Solo actually, no. Pasha with the last right click of that fight. And over here in the mid lane, they have the silence on top of no one, but he's able to walk out of it because of no kinetic field. So he's able to zip away to safety. And the big Echo Slam reveal. Is there enough? Solo with the impetus? It is 3 big kills for the side of VP. Put Pasha on the front lines. He does have the Blink Dagger.
If they catch Seneko, it's big, but Blizzy doesn't.
Oh, over here, they're on top of Blizzy. Xyx, is he going to try counter-initiate the fight? Yeah, they have the Stalk into Static Storm. A bit of a miscommunication there. But Magical, he still has a lot of damage over here. Solo is going to go down by a nice big Echo Slam. It's onto a whole bunch of... They zip him out of the fight, and they have lost Blizzy. They've lost Xyx, but they haven't lost anyone from the side of VP. Finally, they will lose Solo, and now they're on top of the Gyro Ranger. She's trying to fight into this, but she will eventually go down. That's 2 big kills, 70 seconds. Without their Gyro Ranger, they bought back on 2 for this for the side of Navi, and they're going to find even more. They're on top of this Batrider, the site of his steering change. Are they able to find Rogers? Like, is he looking for any more? No longer doing great, no longer winning the fight. They're ahead in the net worth, and over here, Storm Spirit. They connected onto him, but perhaps a bit far. They have the Static Storm, they have the silence of Xyx, and they will get the last hit there coming from Magical. And Ramses is just going to BKB. Doesn't have the TP. What? This BKB, I thought he was going to TP away. Will it last long enough? I don't think it will. And Ramses, he's going to go down as well. He's doing a lot of damage, lasting for a long amount of time. But now eventually he will fall to Magical.
I thought he wanted to TP too.
Yeah, and Crystallize, by the way, has completed that heart when she gets the courier to her. So you weren't able to kill Crystallize before. Now you sure as hell aren't.
And they actually went for a smoke. I don't think VP is expecting this.
Oh, Blizzy, Ramses, he's found them out, but they're not focusing Ramses. They're trying to kill off the Storm Turret. The force back. It's a big Echo Slam onto 3. They pop the BKB. Naga Siren has the song as well as the Static Storm, but Ramses still fighting because he has this BKB. Crystallize, are they going to be able to kill the others? They're losing Solo. They're losing their Earthshaker, and now no one's fighting. Xyx, he has the silence on top of the 2 of them. They're going to lose this Storm once again. He has buyback, and now Ramses, no BKB. They've lost Ramses. There's only 2 remaining. They throw the Storm back up in the air. He's able to zip away to safety. They've lost their Ember Spirit, but they have Crystallize, and Crystallize, this is the man with the heart. Seneko, he might be in trouble here against no one, but there's no mana. They have the silence, and now Crystallize, he's going to be able to get this easy kill onto the Storm Turret. He just brought back Pasha, the only one remaining, and VP, they're cool GG. Navi been able to pull this game to a 1-1. See Seneko have the Blink Dagger or the Ether Lens, or maybe from both if this game goes long enough.
Oh, please pay attention. We don't deserve this.
We don't deserve this.
Getting really low.
Yeah, and he's going to get the kill over here on Pasha.
Is that he actually has a break now, which is very nice against DK.
Yeah, they have the stun, they have the God Strength if they want it. They use the Winter's Curse on top of this Rolling Thunder. So he's held in position. No one doing a fair amount of damage to his own teammate. And now they're probably looking to go in. They pop the Veil. Blizzy, he has the stun. Who's he looking to go for? But it's actually the Silent Xyx. He's getting very low. Blizzy held in position. They glimpse back the Nyx Assassin. They're able to kill off Blizzy as well. So VP, a big team fight here in this mid lane.
So that could help a little bit with trying to find these pickles.
Yeah, and a bouncy rune, he's able to steal, dust it up. But Pasha's actually going to TP away. And no one, he doesn't have a Blink Dagger, so there's nothing to close this gap.
So low here on the bottom lane.
Wait, so while we're watching that fight, he has the song, the BKB. One more hit, and they're able to get it. Now the Bar Strike, Rolling Thunder's over. Crystallize doing so much damage. Meanwhile, over here, they haven't lost Xyx just yet. He's able to survive with the Shrine. Seneko has the Winter's Curse if he wants to hold anyone in place. Is he going to use it? They have the Dragon Tail, but doesn't really matter. It seems they used the Winter's Curse already on the bottom lane. They glimpsed Crystallize back, and so with their main damage output glimpsed away, it looks like Navi, they're going to try and retreat. Solo actually hit by the Spike Carapace. It is level 3. Now there's the Meteor Hammer leading into another stun. He's chain stunned so long here on this Disruptor. Seneko He doesn't have the arc to burn, but he's burning down here. The mana burn, a few more right clicks. Neko, he'll have the arc to burn that should give him the flying vision, and that a few more love taps over on Solo. So 3 good kills, and they found no one, forcing him to pop the BKB and TP away. Na'Vi, a big fight for them, finding the Naga Siren, and 2 other kills. The Dragonite was here, but TP'd away, they're not going to find him. They're going into this jungle, and Pasha, his positioning here is brilliant to break the smoke, I thought, but no, he actually just dives down into that room. They have the song to be able to reset, so I don't think anyone should go down. But they're pursuing for Naga, not staying on them, and it means they're going to be able to kill off this Pangolier. Oh, he leaps to the low ground, but he is stunned up by the use of that Spike Carapace. Yeah, the lane is coming here in the mid lane, so Magical, if he wants with the Aegis, it's only going to be around for another minute and a half. So it looks like he's more than happy to put some pressure on. But they have the stun, but the Yule Scepter interrupting it. The static storm, it doesn't really matter. Meanwhile, on the backline, Crystallize, he's killed one. He is affected by the Diffusal Bait, and he's losing all his mana. But Blizzy, he's here. They're pinging out onto Ramses. Busy, he misses with that stun. He doesn't connect onto the rear one. And Crystallize is being slowed up by the Eye of Scully Illusions. They use the Winter's Curse, but it's only onto Illusion. And now Pasha rolling forward on the backlines. Meanwhile, they lose Busy. They're going to TP out with the BKB over here on Magical. But the Black Hole, it interrupts the BKB. And the rest of the side of Na'Vi, they've left Magical by himself. He yours himself into the air, but I don't think it really matters. Now they have the Dragon Tail, and no one is going to be able to get that kill. Na'Vi, a disastrous high ground attempt.
They're not as important as they used to be. Could see a fight happening here.
Ramses, they do have the detection on top of CIS. They have the stun, but he uses Spike Carapace in time. The Winter Wyvern has the Winter's Curse if he wants to use it. It's not actually able to save CIS. They use the BKB Magical. They've killed Solo. There's a Bloodstone charge. What is he waiting for? It's a big black hole. This is what he was waiting for, the Winter Wyvern. But the Lincoln Sphere, he didn't know about it, so it didn't stop the black hole, and they've waited to the Winston's Curse. But there's still a big epicenter. They use the Song of the Siren, and is this going to allow them to reset or back off? There's no buyback here over on no one, so he eats the cheese. They use up on top of the Pango, but they're still focusing the Dragonite. They know there's no buyback on this man. Blizzy on the backline, taking a lot of damage from the Naga Siren. They have the stun to hold back the Sven, and they're retreating over here on no one. Over here, Naga Siren, Ramses, he's big bad, and he has the Aegis. Crystallize, they're still fighting into him. Is he going to be able to cut him off? He hits him with the Bloodthorn, but it doesn't really matter. There's no mana left. Blizzy, he has the stun. Magical doesn't have any mana. Ramses, he's just a tank. He has the heart. He'll soon be healing, and the whole side of Na'Vi, they have no mana. They have nothing. But I take that back. They managed to kill off Pasha, getting a bit too aggressive on the high ground. Now Blizzy comes back in. He tries to get no one, but he misses with that stun. Ramses, they're getting very low. They're chasing him, but it doesn't matter. You have no mana left over on Zyax. Over here, you're going to lose him. Meanwhile, Magical, he's trying to kill off no one. They have lost the Nyx Assassin to the Naga Siren. They use the Static Storm, but they've lost Roger once again. Now no one, he's very low. Crystallize, they pop the BKB, but Magical, he's managed to get a bit of mana back into this fight. He has the BKB, but the Rolling Thunder, the buyback here from the Pangolier, has got them the kill over onto Blizzy. Magical with the BKB TP out.
And it's going to allow him to catch up to the Wyvern and potentially be relevant in this game going into the late game.
Yeah, they found the Pangolier here in the bottom lane, but it doesn't really matter. Pasha with his Rolling Thunder. Oh! I didn't realize they've managed to get Seneko down here, so Rolling Thunder, it will end eventually. He blinks forward, they need the stun, but with the help of that Swashbuckle, he's able to close the distance, but Blizzy, he's on top of him. Blizzy also has a Hex, by the way. So the side of Na'Vi, so much control on them, and that's another gem for them.
Oh, Solo?
Yeah, they have the Yules on top of him, Magical, the Hex follow-up, Crystallize, and that's going to be another kill. And he'll have that Diabolic Edict back up pretty damn soon. He kills the creep wave off Ramses, pops the BKB, but he's not going in. And is this just going to be a melee barracks? They're not committing the buybacks from Solo or Pasha either, but the song, it's caught a whole bunch of them. It's caught 4 of them. The only one not affected was Seneko. The static form as well as the black hole. They're not able to cancel this. They use the Winter's Curse, but he has the refresher. Magical, he's able to live all through this, but the black hole, they've caught the Sven. Magical, can he stop this? There's no BKB. He does. But Magical, he's gone down now. He buys back to be able to get back into this fight. But they've lost Crystallize. Well, they haven't lost him just yet, but they will eventually. It's the epicenter bar. Like they come back, and there is the 3rd black hole. They have lost Crystallize. They're holding Blizzy in place with Pasha, the Rolling Thunder, a little bit more damage. And now the rest of the side of Na'Vi, they need to retreat. They don't have the detection. I take it back. The slow on top of Pasha. He will have that Swashbuckle as well as the Force Off with the help of Zyax and his own Yule Scepter. It's a nice double impale, and it has allowed Magical to be able to escape. Zyax TP away. They have the vision, so he will have to go down for his Leshrac. I thought it was going so well when they were able to get that tier 3, but they just really set up a really great fight. The Black Hole's controlling both Magical as well as Crystallize, and he wasn't able to output the damage he wanted to do. The Ramses with the Song. They don't have another Black Hole, but they do have a Static Storm. They're on top of Magical. They know he doesn't have buyback. They have vision for him. They've lost the Nyx Assassin, but it doesn't really matter because they're about to lose something really bigger. Pasha is hexed up, but they've lost Leshrac, dead for 120 seconds. Now they're on top of the Sand King. He bought back in this engagement, and Pasha looking for Crystallize, not willing to roll that deep because Ramses, the rest of his team, they're busy focusing on racks. It's 2 versus the 5-man. They have the Sun Crystallize. He really just wants the captain of Solo, but Naga Siren of Rams, and I think he's ready to fight out Crystallize. It doesn't matter about your BKB. It doesn't matter about your God Strength, and GG Virtus Pro in a 60-minute game eventually do close it out. Navi have only managed to take 1 game, and VP, they've taken 2. They need 1 more win.
Hitting.
Zayac, he might be able to get first bloods here on Solo. They have the slow with the help of the board, but Blizzy, he's actually held inside. Ramses, is he going to be able to turn this round with the spin despite Carapace? It doesn't really matter. Zayac's trying to walk away, but Ramses, he does have the Omni Slash here. They have Pasha as well, and I think Zayac will be first blood. The Impale, but he's able to get it on the Disruptor. Uses the Roar to be able to try and get away, but the body blocks from the creeps. So Ramses is able to get...
Under attack.
He has the Impale over here. The follow-up stun, the God Strength, and I don't think he'll be able to TP away from this. They're able to eat through the cheese, and now he can just cleave off them. Needs 1 more hit. Pasha living on 20 HP. Crystallized now, but Magical, he rotates in, and I think Solo is going to be food as well. Ramses, he does have the Omni Slash running away from this. There's sprouting in front of them. There's Pasha. He actually blocks off both of them, and it looks like Seneko might be the one to go down. Pops the Ignis Fatus to try and escape, but he's glimpsed back. But they actually have the rest of their team here. They have lost it, but there's Static Storm. The stun Crystallize just needs a teeny bit more damage, and they have lost Ramses. Now with the Spike Carapace on top of Solo, they're going to lose him as well. Pasha is TPing up, but they have the Roar from the low ground. So it looks like Pasha is definitely going to go down. But is Solo able to escape? Yes, he is.
That's only because VP has a profit, so that's kind of cheating.
Medusa, they get the Roar, but not before she gets off the ultimate, and that's going to leave enough time for the side of EP to be able to come to their Medusa's aid. Roger, he has the blink, he goes forward, he gets the Fissure, and it looks like Blizzy will go down, but Crystallize right here on top of him, so there's no Echo Slam, and are they going to be able to look for more? No one, he's running away very fast, but Crystallize has 1 more stun, so no one, he might lose all of his mana. Magical on the back lines, they're held there, but they do have the Static Storm. Doesn't really matter, they have the Impale, and they are losing this Medusa, controlled by the Meteor Hammer. Now Pasha, they glimpse back on top of Magical, but he just puts the Remnant down, so he's able to chase him forward. It doesn't matter about your trees, because they're able to take them down. They've lost Solo, and they've lost 4. A great fight for the side of Na'Vi. They're baiting with their 2 carries in front. Crystallize, he's gone from 1 tower, and looks like he wants to rotate into this mid lane. But as you said, the smoke here, they're on the back lines, the Godjang, and they're on top of the Medusa. Do they have the follow-up? They have the Ignis Spatter, and there's no mana remaining. They even use the Roar to bring down this Medusa, I think. They need to a bit more damage, taking down Ramses. They're chasing no one, now no one. No man left, they need a few more hits coming out from Crystallize. But Roger has the stun, and now there's no BKB. The Echo Slam there, as well as the Omni Slash. They've taken down 2, and Magical, he has no mana remaining, and he's probably going to be the next casualty. He's not able to leap away to that, but he does have the Aegis. He's bottled himself a haste room. It looks like Seneco's the one they want. He's fighting up against the Medusa, but he's not able to do it. Pasha TP'd in. He's going to find Seneko, and Magical is going to be the only one that's okay here, as well as the Blizzy Beastmaster. But Magical, he's probably going to lose this Aegis. He does have the haste rune, and he will be able to get away.
Looks like they're gonna find Blizzy, but this may be more than they bargained for.
Blizzy, he has the Roar. He uses it on the Juggernaut as soon as the spin is ending. They pull Blizz back. They have the Ignis Fatus. Do they have enough to burst the Juggernaut? Yes, they do. He's not able to get out the Omni Slash, and the Stone Gaze, it has turned the Sven to stone, but they have the Ignis Fatus here as well, and it's bringing in the Medusa. And now Crystallize, he's no longer turned stone. There's no mana left, and Magical on the backlines. They've lost the Medusa. They're looking for more. Magical, he's chased forward. Roger, you're not going to be able to get away from this. Even though you stun him up, you are affected by the Flame Guard as well as the board. They've lost Roger, and Solo, he's here in the trees. Do they have any idea where he is? The Hawk is actually going to provide the vision. This Diffusal seems to be his big item. The smoke, it has ended, but on top of the Medusa is where they want to be. They miss with the Impale. Zayac, they see where he is, they pull him back, but Crystallize, he's almost managed to burst him. He didn't pop his BKB, so the Fisher's able to interrupt it, but they have the counter initiation, so he didn't have the instant follow-up of the Echo Slam. Meanwhile, on this back line, they have lost Ramses before he's able to get out his ultimate, and chasing forward here is Magical. No one doesn't actually have enough mana for his ultimate, so it doesn't matter. They're more than happy to fight inside the Static Storm. That's 3 dead from the side of VP. I think he might look to get a pick off. They see no one. There is detection here for him. But the side of EP just running away, knowing that people's behind them, but they have the smoke up. Now everything's revealed. Searing Chains, they didn't actually connect over here. They popped the God Strike. Who are they looking for? Over here, they have the Omnichest, but it doesn't really matter. Crystallize, he's more than happy to tag this. They have the Will-O-Wisp. One hit kills off Solo. Over here, the Stone Gaze on the back line. They've been able to kill off Roger. Crystallize, he has no mana remaining. He's turned to stone, but doesn't really matter. VP, they actually called GG because they realize they're going to be able to chase. They just burst the Medusa. She's not the tanky hero that you usually expect. And we're going to a game 5. We are into game number 5.
Even throwing out a random, but he isn't gonna get it. Play Magical, he's never gonna get the room.
As in the top lane, we saw PA just overplaying her hand, was shackled inside the Sandstorm. Seneko did go for the Fate's Edict, so he wasn't taking magical damage, but he just dropped to the right clicks. And now they found Seneko, they have Zyke, but he's not able to cancel the shackle, he's only level 2. They have the stun, and this fire, it's not going to matter. And Roger, just happy, more than happy to TP out. This top lane, it's been an absolute massacre for the side of VP.
Potential with it.
Roger, they rotate in with Solo, but they do have the heals over onto Zyke. Now, Crystallize, he's diving forward, wants to kill on the Shadow Shaman. He's still not level 6, and the heals, it's a nice Barrow Strike from Prasha. They're also TPing in on the Storm Spirit. He's going to be able to clean up all these kills. He does stop off to get the kill over on Zyke, and it looks like Seneko is going to be there. He pops his stick just to get a tiny bit more mana, and only about, how much gold is that? Only about 1,200 gold away from his full Diffusal Blade. And with the help of that Blink Dagger, they find Blizzy, but he pops the split just in time. So they are going to retreat from the side of VP. Pasha able to Barrow Strike over to the other side. Magical, he's here. They're trying to focus down. He does get the channel of the Epicenter off, so they are taking a lot of magical damage. On top of Crystallize, he is disarmed. And the Oracle Ultimate on top of Magical, but he just runs away. And the Storm Spirit, he's over here, cleans up Seneko. And now they're looking for more. Blizzy, his ultimate has faded, but they have lost the Sand King. Zyax, he has the lasso if he wants to commit to it on top of someone. But it's on top of the Ember. They get the Aphotic Shield, and now he's dead over the Batrider. Ember Spirit running out again. Do they have anything to cancel this TP? They don't need to cancel the TP when they're able to get the kill.
Now we see Ramses knocking on the door of Navi's high ground here. They put sentry ward still, and it doesn't look like Navi is in a position to defend this just yet.
Yeah, Ramses, he does have this BKB that we talked about, making him very difficult to fight, as well as the Serpents. There is a GD here on Magical, but it just doesn't matter. This is definitely going to be in the second range racks, and they might finally start to look towards the melee barracks.
Yeah, and Crystallize is still quite far away from
the lasso. It's on top of the Troll. They bring him back. They have the Primal Spit. Ramses, he pops his own BKB, but is holding onto his ultimate, so he hasn't had to burn it just yet. No one. He's zapped dipped into the back lines to try and get the Oracle, but he's unsuccessful. So they are just backing off from the side of VP. They've lost the Abaddon. They buy back. It's a nice Barrow Strike Epicenter onto 2 of them for the side of Pasha. They've lost the Oracle. Are they going to lose more? They lose both their cores. They buy back on the Ember Spirit. They haven't bought back on the PA just yet. Now they bought back on all 3 of them, and I think VP are going to be happy with all of that. Do they have the catch for Ramsey? They know he doesn't have the ultimate or the BKB, but Pasha might have sacrificed his life here for the rest of his heroes. But Solo, he's here. He dispels a whole bunch of things. They use the Oracle over on Blizzy. He doesn't have the ultimate anymore, but he's trying to fight up against him. There's no mana remaining on this guy, and as soon as that Oracle ulti ends, I think he might go down. He does have buyback remaining, but they've caught the PA. It's a nice Barrow Strike. It's onto 4 heroes. That's basically a Ravage. The Slice of Fist, it just doesn't matter. The controls, they've lost the Oracle. That was someone who bought back, and now all they want is Crystallize. Roger, he goes forward. They have the Hex. It's on top of this Phantom Assassin. The Shackles, if she dies one more time, there's no buyback. They need a tiny bit more damage, but the Orchid Pop, that's not what does it. Solo with the right click, and now there's no buyback. These melee barracks are exposed, and the side of VP, they're still pretty damn healthy. Pasha just looking again for these initiations, but it doesn't really matter. Ramses will have 1 melee barracks, and I wouldn't be surprised if he has a second. And they're just going to go for the Megas. There's 30 seconds remaining without this PA. Navi, they also have the Serpent Wards. This fight has been going on so long that the Serpent Ward refresh has happened. Thyak has the lasso, but he doesn't want to use it just because Solo's sitting there. There's 4 seconds without it. They do have the disarm on Ramses, but it doesn't really matter. He uses the Diffuser, and they're going for Zyke. Meanwhile, no one. He's going for the back line, focusing the Oracle. This is what we talked about. Oracle, he's going to pop with the Orchid. Both of them dead. There is buyback, however, over here on Zyke. But these Serpent Wards, they're taking down the racks with the help of Ramses. They use the Bruce Split over here. There is no BKB over here left on the Troll. They have the lasso on no one, but he's able to zip away to safety as soon as that lasso ends. Maybe with the help of the Aphotic Shield, he is getting very low, but they've lost their melee barracks. No one is he able to escape, does get to low ground. Meanwhile, over here, they're focusing the PA once more. Ramses, he is missing, but he does get the hit. It's 52 seconds, and Navi, they call GG. VP, they're going to the Epicenter.